Okay, so we talked about reinforcements, right? We talk about players that coming back and that should help this team out. We would need everything that we can, especially against the New Orleans Saints. Down there in New Orleans, y'all know how that goes. I know, I get it. Everybody will say, well, this should be a win. This should be a guaranteed win regardless of the situation. The Cowboys need to go on this roll. And I agree. I 1,000% agree with all of your assessments on that. Now, the Saints pretty much damn good defensive team. The last few games just seem like they've been in this crazy fog, right? But the Saints defensively, when we talk about them, they are the third-ranked defense, believe it or not. And I get it. I know a lot of people going to say, well, Law, no way. But they're third-ranked defense. Before all of the stats come in for this past week, they are third-ranked defense, and they are the number one special team in the NFL. Let me repeat. They are the number one special team in the NFL. It's their offense that's been in a fog. They're the 24th ranked offense. So it's one of those things whereas we can look at it and say, well, if they can't move the ball, then we should be able to win, right? But we got to factor in so many things. We got to. At the end of the day, it's a home game, and all it takes is a big play from your special teams, and they can play keep away with running the ball. They can still run the rock. The offense just been crazy because of the quarterback cannot push the ball down the field. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I can't stand the New Orleans Saints. I cannot stand the Saints at all, and largely because I'm from the South area, and they used to show all of the Saints game over my Cowboys game, and it's a long story, by the way. Nevertheless, we got Parsons, who really excited to have DeMarcus Lawrence back, and if anybody need to have a good showcasing or a good game, it's DeMarcus Lawrence, right? We've been waiting to hear and see DeMarcus Lawrence out there on the field. A lot of people already counted him out. He only had one game so far this season, and he had, 5 tackles, 1 forced fumble in that opening, and then he broke his foot. So, Cowboy Nation, we can't wait to see DeMarcus Lawrence. Now, supposedly, we're supposed to have CD Lamb out there as well, right? One of your weapons back on the offensive side, and as well as Amari Cooper. His 2-game, hiatus should be over with the protocol stuff. So, Cowboys, they're looking at this thing as far as the offensive side of the coin to get back to that explosive offense. We saw a little bit of it, spurts of it, in the Raiders game, but it was not enough as it relates to consistency to keep things going. Now, granted, everybody want to talk about Randy Prescott. This is a game that he must step up because you can't go back-to-back performance, whereas it's like a seesaw up and down, that volatile type of performance. Now, last game, of course, there were some throws that you would say, well, wide receiver this, wide receiver there, but still you got to put the ball in front of the receivers so that they can catch the ball and make the play. I know sometimes the stage and the moment can be too bright for some of the players that's on the bottom end, but they're going to have to step up too. But by getting your reinforcement back, you should see that level increase as far as production. That's just the bottom line, right, Cowboy Nation? And I'm definitely not here to lie to kick it to you guys. I can't do that. I can't. All right, so here's the thing. Here, the absolute truth right here. Ezekiel Elliott. Now, I believe that Ezekiel Elliott will not sit this situation out. Should he? That's a whole nother conversation, baby. Should he sit? Yeah, But Ezekiel Elliott, he's going to test out that knee. He's going to have the mindset, hey, that's my quarterback out there. I got to be some shape, form, or fashion in this game to give Tony Pollard a spell. That should be the angle. The Cowboys should give Tony Pollard majority of the reps, right? But sprinkle Ezekiel Elliott since he refused to sit, or since he do not want to sit out, right? And I get it. A lot of people say, well, who's the coach here in this particular situation? Sometimes athletes look at it differently. You had to scrape Emmitt Smith off the field, right? The man ran out there with a bum shoulder, still played football. The mentality, the Warriors mentality, is what some of the running backs have. And they ain't going to let no knee stop him, because he look at it like, hey, blitz coming through the A or B gap. If I'm healthy enough, I'll get in the way. I would absorb all of that, you know. I want to take one play to get your quarterback knocked out of the game. Let it not be by me missing out a game, right? I recall, I'm going all the way back against the, I want to say the Philadelphia Eagles, 2015. Tony Romo. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin was talking about, hey, you know, the previous running back, DeMarco Murray, he left a lot of meat on the bone. But people fail to realize DeMarco Murray was a hell of a blocker. I mean, he would put his body on the line. Now, Joseph Randle, oh, man, he wasn't that good of a blocker. he would whiff. He would give half of a body. I mean, he didn't look, or he didn't have the mindset to make sure that if that linebacker is coming off the edge, that he would stand in the way. I mean, he get that little fluff chip, and then he'll look for the ball. But Ezekiel Elliott is none of that. Ezekiel Elliott will stand right in front of the train for Dak Prescott. So I'm not saying that Tony Pollard cannot do that, right? We've seen Tony Pollard do it, but I'm just speaking collectively that this team and Ezekiel Elliott, I mean, he's a Warriors mentality. He ain't going to fold up like a wallet or a lawn chair. He's going to try to sit there and take that block. All right, in other news, Cowboy Nation, we got to be mindful of the right tackle situation. Due to protocols, Terrence Steele will not be playing. It will be given back to La'el Collins. And I don't know how long he will be out, Terrence Steele, but he will be out of this game, right? So we'll see La'el Collins back on that offensive line. My biggest concern with the offensive line is none of the skill set of the players. It's the ideology of the coaching staff. They keep playing this musical chairs. And one thing I can tell you guys, just hear me out, Cowboy Nation. And I know a third of you guys probably say, nah. It's consistency with unity. You see, the offensive line is one unit that they got to be on the same page. These boys, they keep playing musical chairs. And now, granted, it's not due to, any of the coaching staff fault on this one, because, the protocol is the protocol. But by them keep moving things around, it creates that mind, of no consistency. You see, last game, although, we seen it play with Terrence, still got blown up on. Wouldn't it have been better for that level of consistency to keep La'el Collins at that spot instead of playing musical chairs with it? But now you got La'el Collins back at that spot. It's crazy, Cowboy Nation. It's flat out crazy. But hopefully, Dak Prescott can stay upright and the offensive line can do that thing. Quietly, Tyler Biadasz improved. He improved. And Tyler Biadasz been that dog for the last few games. And, of course, Zach Martin is Zach Martin. And we'll see what Tyron Smith is going to do as far as his level of consistency. We'll see how all of these things work its way out. Cowboy Nation. Keep in mind, the New Orleans Saints, they're 10th in takeaways. So, and we're right at 9th, believe it or not. So, both teams can find ways to get the ball out, claw the ball out, and get to the quarterback head mindset, And Cowboy Nation, we need to improve, not just in turnovers and takeaways, but we truly need to improve collectively on our defensive side. And of course, the aficionados. It's down there in New Orleans, baby. A lot of voodoo stuff happened down there, and I'm not saying anything happened will be because of the aficionados. But we know how the official crew, we know what goes down with them. I'm telling people every day. I tell people every day, when the Cowboys play, we play against two teams. Right? And y'all already know who's the second team, right? The aficionados. But I do not want the Cowboys to focus so much on the officials, but just focus on what you can do best. Figure it out, Cowboy Nation. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. And nobody looking for those excuses, right? That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.